Some stories never fade. They live in our hearts forever. The Titanic may have sunk, but the love of Jack and Rose still rises with every note of My Heart Will Go On. There are stories that time can never erase, and among them, the tale of the Titanic shines brightest, a symbol of human ambition, love, and tragedy. When people think of the Titanic, they often remember the grand ship, the icy ocean, and the night that changed history. But beyond the steel, the wood, and the luxury, what remains eternal is the heartbeat of love that blossomed on its decks. It is this very heartbeat that lives on in the haunting melody of My Heart Will Go On. The song is not merely a piece of music. It is the voice of memory, the echo of a love so pure that even the deepest ocean could not drown it. Titanic was more than a ship. It was a dream carved out of human pride, believed to be unsinkable, unstoppable, and unmatched. Yet, fate had written another story. Within its walls, two souls, Jack and Rose, crossed paths, and in their fleeting moments together, they created something eternal. When the Titanic sank beneath the Atlantic waves, it took with it thousands of lives, but it could not take away the promise whispered between two hearts. That promise still rises with every note of My Heart Will Go On, reminding the world that even in the face of despair, love can endure, echoing across time and generations. The song, paired with the story of Titanic, has become a universal language of grief and hope, teaching us that while ships may sink and lives may end, the soul of love never dies. Like the endless waves of the ocean, it continues to flow, carrying with it the undying spirit of Jack and Rose, and through them, the voice of every heart that has ever dared to love deeply. The first sight of Rose standing by the rail, her hair dancing in the ocean breeze, was the moment destiny unfolded for Jack. He was not of her world. She belonged to wealth, luxury, and expectation, while he lived in freedom, passion, and art. And yet, in that instant, the Titanic itself seemed to hold its breath, as if it knew that love was about to be written into its history. Jack was not just a poor artist. He was a soul who saw beauty beyond diamonds and gold. When he looked at Rose, he did not see the jewelry around her neck or the society that chained her. He saw her spirit, trapped in a gilded cage, yearning to break free. And Rose, in Jack's eyes, found a reflection of the person she longed to be, wild, fearless, alive. Their meeting was not planned. It was fate, the kind that writes itself into eternity. The soft undertones of My Heart Will Go On seem to echo their first encounter, because the song captures exactly what they felt, an overwhelming recognition, as if they had known each other across lifetimes. In those moments, standing beneath the vastness of the starlit sky, the Titanic became more than a ship. It became a stage where love defied barriers of class and time. With every glance, every unspoken word, they wove a bond that would carry them through joy, despair, and ultimately, tragedy. Love, in its purest form, was born on that deck, and though the ship was destined to sink, the love it sheltered would rise higher than any wave, carried forever in the melody that the world now knows as My Heart Will Go On. As the days passed on the Titanic, Jack and Rose discovered that love can blossom even in the most unlikely places. The ship was vast, filled with grand dining halls, glittering chandeliers, and elegant staircases, but for them, the most beautiful place was wherever they stood together. Jack showed Rose a world beyond her gilded prison, teaching her to laugh freely, to dance with abandon in the third-class cabins, and to feel the rhythm of life instead of the suffocation of expectations. In return, Rose gave Jack something he had never known before, a love that believed in him, that saw him not as a poor artist, but as a man worthy of devotion. Their love story was not written in luxury, but in stolen glances, soft touches, and whispered promises under the stars. Each moment they shared felt eternal, as though time itself slowed to watch them. The song, My Heart Will Go On, seems to echo these moments, reminding us that love's truest form is not bound by riches or social rules, but by the connection of two souls who see each other as they truly are. Jack's sketch of Rose became more than a drawing. It was a symbol of trust, freedom, and intimacy, capturing the essence of their bond forever. The Titanic was a marvel of human creation, but it was also a cage of expectations and divisions. Jack and Rose broke through those barriers, proving that love can thrive in defiance of society's chains. Every note of the song whispers their truth, that even if love is fleeting, its impact can last a lifetime, echoing long after the ship has vanished beneath the waves. Their love became the heartbeat of the Titanic, and though the ship was destined to fall, that heartbeat continues in every soul that hears the haunting melody of My Heart Will Go On. But fate, as always, moves silently, waiting for the right moment to strike. While Jack and Rose embraced their newfound love, the great Titanic sped forward across the icy Atlantic, oblivious to the danger that lay ahead. The air grew colder with each passing night, and the stars seemed sharper against the dark sky, as if the heavens themselves sensed what was to come. For Jack and Rose, those nights were filled with laughter, dreams, and the sweet intoxication of love. But beneath the joy was an unspoken truth. Every love story has its trials. The soft, haunting melody of My Heart Will Go On carries with it a bittersweet undertone, as if it knew that the happiness they shared was but a fragile moment in time. The iceberg waited in silence, unmoving, patient, like destiny itself. And when the collision finally came, it was as though the world shattered. The ship that was called unsinkable trembled with the force of reality, and fear spread like wildfire. Yet even in that chaos, the love between Jack and Rose did not falter. If anything, it grew stronger. While the Titanic's steel groaned and its lights flickered, their hearts beat louder than the storm around them. Rose clung to Jack not just for safety, but for hope, for the promise that love would survive even in the face of destruction. The iceberg tore through the Titanic, but it could not tear apart what Jack and Rose had found in each other. And as the night of fear unfolded, the song we remember today seemed to whisper through the wind, foreshadowing the truth that even in tragedy, love endures, love remembers, love goes on.